Alright guys, today we're going to talk about the news. It is July 4th, Thursday, 2024. It's about 4:50 p.m. And today it's Luke Thompson's birthday, Melissa Barrera, Becky Newton, Eva Marie Saint, Tahar Rahim, Post Malone, Gloria Stewart, Tracy Led, Emily Coos. I actually don't know a lot of these people. Well, happy birthday to all of them. Yeah, wow. Don't really know too many. Alright, let's move on. Happy birthday. Captain America, aka Anthony Mackie, wishes fans a happy 4th of July with, have a great 4th, see you soon, a lovely picture of Captain America in his fresh new suit, which they just wrapped reshoots, so picture should be coming. A trailer should be coming soon. Very exciting. Looks great. I love it. I'm super excited for this movie. I loved Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Alright, Leslie Headland reacts to the Acolyte being review bombed. I was like, does anybody take that seriously anymore? I understand the point of it, which is that the average viewer would look at the site and say, oh, the user review is really low. But I think that if you're in the Star Wars fandom, I think you already know what review bombing is. So I guess if you're totally new to the fandom and you're considering watching the show, it could affect you. Spot on. I mean, they're used to it 100% at this point. Just like, if you actually are watching the show, then it's showing what it is. You know, if you like it, you like it. I love The Acolyte. I've done a review for every episode. You guys can check it out. Simon Pegg would be incensed if Shaun of the Dead was ever rebooted. Dude, everything gets rebooted now. I mean, Universal Pictures owns it. If they choose to reboot it, then they can, if they want, I guess. Although Edgar and I would be incensed. Some stories have a beginning, a middle, and an end. If you were to see Shaun again, if the zombies came back, there's just not a story to tell. Tell it. We'd have to reset everything that we created in Shaun of the Dead. The journey that Shaun goes on and completes, he becomes a new person, but we'd have to then dismantle that in order to give him a new arc. Why? The best thing we can do with cinema is to challenge people and get them to see things they haven't seen before and experience new things. Entertainment is the most overrated function of art. There's always something in the works with Edgar and I. Since Shaun of the Dead, our lives have changed dramatically. We're both busy into the distant future. The biggest challenge that we have right now is to finding a moment to get together and spend 6-7 weeks to get our first draft out and come up with the idea. But we're constantly looking for that. Edgar came over to my house last year and stayed over for the week, and we just sort of talked about films and what we want to do next. We just need the time to do it, so it really is a question of when, not if. We did get to see a picture of Ryan Reynolds doing the claw shish kebab, but now we get a shot of Hugh getting to do it. But very fun. Oh, Sean Levy's back there too. This was on his Instagram story. I love it. Burger King Deadpool Jimmy Merc meal in the Philippines. Yum yum. Rob Liefeld posted this. He's the creator of Deadpool. Very cool. So many collabs coming for Deadpool and Wolverine. This is the Burger King collab. They have the Jimmy Merc burger and the Bacon Chew burger. Very cool. I would eat both of those. July. Are we getting this soon? When is the... I'm gonna have to go to Burger King. There's Holy... But it's in the Philippines only. Or... That looks good. Sorry, I'm hungry. Very cool. I kind of want to do a video on all the collabs and merch that they're doing for Deadpool and Wolverine, just to kind of summarize and catch up, do an update on everything that's out right now and coming that we know about. Kevin Bacon dons elaborate disguise to experience life as a non-famous person, concludes, "This sucks." I'm not complaining, but I have a face that's pretty recognizable. Putting my hat and glasses on is the only way to work with to a certain extent. Bro, he put on a prosthetic disguise. Nobody recognized me. People were kind of pushing past me, not being nice. Somebody said, "I love you." I had to wait. And bro, this is just like rich people problems. Like, come on. I'm not even gonna finish that story. I love seeing the minions on the Las Vegas Sphere. So perfect. They've done so many cool things on the Las Vegas Sphere, but this is definitely in my favorites. Emma Corrin, who's playing Cassandra Nova in Deadpool and Wolverine, wanted a huge physical transformation for Deadpool and Wolverine, but Marvel said that's absolutely not required. While the actor was disappointed not to get a personal trainer, they explained that it was all part of creating a new kind of supervillain. This is funny because I did ask if I could have a personal trainer, and they said no. They said I don't have to undergo any physical training. I was so ready to undergo a huge transformation that they were like, that's absolutely not required of you. Please stand down. I tried. Corrin wanted to explain that her take on the villain relies more on charm than being physically imposing. They cited Christopher Waltz's performance as Hans Landa in Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds. He's so just disarmingly polite and nice and unaffected, and it's creepy. It's all the more sinister because it doesn't need to do anything. Their co-star Ryan Reynolds and Sean Levy constantly encouraged them to envision the character as a departure from previous comic book villains, which likely softened the blow of not getting a personal trainer. Ryan and Sean pitched this idea, which I was totally on board with. We want this villain not to be a villain in the sense that you expect them to be. We want them to be so endeared by her, so charmed by her, and just when you think that maybe she's totally seen into your soul, you are going to be best friends for life, you're dead. I get it. I like it. You know, when I first read this, I kind of was like, oh, sexism, which could be an argument. It still could be. But my only comparison would be, since she's the sister of Professor Xavier, I don't recall Xavier or, specifically Patrick Stewart or James McAvoy necessarily having to work out or have a personal trainer. Did James McAvoy have a personal trainer for X-Men? Okay. Interesting. So I guess he did have a personal trainer. There could be a small layer of sexism, but I also understand that they're trying to do something new with villains and characters. Maybe too soon for me to judge. She doesn't seem too upset about it, but I obviously want to respect her word as well as the filmmakers, but we'll see. I don't know. Let's move on. Marvel Studios is close to casting an actor for the role of Kang in Avengers 5. I'd totally be okay with just not doing any Kang, but if they want to recast him, by all means. I understand everything with Jonathan Majors stuff going on. I thought this was so funny. So in the queue for Pooh's Honey Hunt, they have a bunch of themed fans throughout the queue. This one was a choice. Somebody said it's a poo hole. I don't really understand where this is exactly. Pooh's Honey Hunt. Is it Universal? Tokyo Disneyland. Interesting. Alright. Eyes of Wakanda will have 4 episodes. Each of the 4 episodes will deal with a different era. Multiple Greek gods will appear, including Achilles. Very, very cool. I cannot wait for this. I'm super excited. Eyes of Wakanda will have beautiful, stylish, but not hyper-realistic CGI animation. The show will deal with the story of the Trojan Army. Wait, what? Okay, I'm sold. I was already sold. Jason Momoa is reportedly being eyed for a role in Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. That's sounding like Lobo. What do you guys think? He's already Aquaman, but okay. There's rumors going around that Marvel has some kind of Hulk announcement for San Diego Comic-Con. If true, could they actually break the internet with a World War Hulk reveal? Even if it was a World War Hulk reveal, I don't think it would break the internet quite like a Deadpool and Wolverine would, but I do think people would see it and be excited. World War Hulk is awesome comic, one of my favorites. I think the story starts with Planet Hulk. I can't remember exactly, but both of those comics are great Hulk comics. Hulk's one of my favorite characters, honestly. I love him. So I would love to see more and see them explore some of those stories. Daredevil Born Again Part 2 will begin filming in New York City this fall and will film until mid-2025. Awesome. The more the better. I can't wait. Chip, aka the best Green Lantern, might appear in Superman. I'm not familiar with this character, but this is a Sunday morning cartoon at this point. What do you get? Why? Bro, he's probably just saving a squirrel. I don't know. We'll see. What do you guys think? Reading too much into this. Get Out, one of my favorites, is now streaming on Disney Plus with Hulu subscription. See what other movies are coming. Okay. I love Get Out. It's one of my favorite movies. So, just if anyone hasn't watched it yet, and if you have Disney Plus with the Hulu subscription, you should check it out. Scarlet Witch and Blade will appear in Marvel's Zombies. Blade will be voiced by Mahershala Ali. Yeah, it is crazy that we are getting to see Mahershala Ali's Blade in Marvel Zombies before we get to see him in his actual movie. Inside Out 2 outgrossed Toy Story 4 and is now the 6th highest grossing animated film ever. Congrats, that's crazy. I love this movie, so I'm very happy for them. Super exciting. 1 Million Club Wednesday, Despicable Me 4, 27 million. Inside Out 2, 7 million. A Quiet Place, Day 1, 4.4 million. Bad Boys, 1.2 million. Horizon, 1 million. Despicable Me 4 lights 27 million Wednesday. Cinema score, 120 million 5-day opening, still in reach. Inside Out 2 crossing $500 million US today. Box office update. July 4th update. Despicable Me 4 came in a little lighter than spotted, but strong enough at 27 million at 4,030 theaters. While 5-day forecasts are always hard to project this far off, everything becomes clear by Friday. Even at this level, the 4th chapter of Gru's Sick Minions could still see a 70 million 3-day and 120 million 5-day. Interest in this bunch hasn't waned yet for audiences who gave it an A cinema score, the same grade as Chapters 1, 2, and a notch above Despicable Me's 3's A-. Overall, it's the 5th A for the Minions Despicable Me franchise. Very exciting. Congrats. I still have to do a review for this, so stay tuned. Please go away. Okay. Top 10 is pretty similar, except that If is now available on digital, and it is number 3 now. So that's pretty impressive. I always laugh at 50 Shades being here. Upcoming movies, again, as always, fuck Sound of Hope. Don't watch that shit. If you're a fan, please just leave. Maxine is out. I'm planning to review that as soon. Next movie is going to be Long Legs and Fly Me to the Moon. 100% Long Legs. I cannot wait for that. I did a trailer reaction. You guys can check that out. After that, we get Twisters, which I'll definitely be reviewing. I can't wait for that one. And then, of course, Deadpool and Wolverine. And then we'll go from there. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys are most excited for down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, have a wonderful 4th of July. Happy fireworks.